Welcome to Just Us Thinking. I'm Michael.
And I'm Rebecca.
And we're going to have another show. I think we're doing a series that are a little bit different here too.
Okay.
Well, what are we doing today?
This one we have is called Stuck in the Middle.
So I think the last show we had...
Debate.
Yeah. The last show we got a little... I mean, we don't like to get political. We don't like to take sides.
Right.
Because we're stuck in the middle.
Yeah.
That's where we're at.
We're neutral.
We're neutral. We're Switzerland.
Yep, Switzerland.
Is that what you're going to say?
Mm-hmm.
See, we're on the same page. So at least we're both in there.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think as everybody knows, every side has two stories.
Right.
It's one of those things that, you have to look at it both ways. And
yeah.
We do that fairly good, I think, with each other. So
we do. I like to do a lot of research, and
yeah.
I like to understand. I notice this with our news, too.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't matter if you're sitting there going, oh, they're going to, this is where we're going to find out.
Yeah.
No, you're not. Telling you that right now.
Yeah.
If you're sitting there and you're watching right-leaning stuff,
mm-hmm.
I've noticed that you just get the same regurgitation back and forth.
Yeah.
I think the problem with our news now is because it's 24-hour access and they're filling air,
mm-hmm.
that they're just telling the same story over and over again.
Yeah. There's a couple news programs that we watch, and it's the same thing every 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So we're like, oh, didn't we just hear that?
Yeah.
Like, okay, change the channel.
Well, and they like to do that because if they say it enough times, you'll start to believe it.
Okay.
So,
or remember at least.
And then the same thing for the left side. The left side, you're going to hear the same, this is that or that.
Yeah.
And it's not just political. It's everybody has an agenda. Understand that everybody has an agenda.
And I especially love it when they try to use a different headline for the same story, or a different story with the same headline.
Right.
And it's like, really? Come on now.
Well, depending on what part of the country you're at,
yeah.
You'll have it's the same article, but the headline is, mm-hmm. and I want to say one of the examples were, it was one of the recent ones that we have. So it's old news to you guys, but it was like Trump uses ICE as Gestapos to deport millions of innocent people.
Yeah.
That's one side of that's their spin.
Yep.
Okay? I'm not saying I agree with that spin. I'm not saying I disagree with that spin. But the other spin of that is, Trump is saving taxpayers a bunch of money by removing all illegal people off mm-hmm. of food stamps.
Yeah.
But it's the same article. It's still written mm-hmm. the same.
Yeah.
But you have a biased spin to it.
Or they're, deporting illegal immigrants versus deporting murderers. Or illegal murderers.
Right,
Let's
right.
put it that way.
It's what they do is they're focusing, they're telling the same story. They're just putting their little spin on that.
Yeah.
And that spin is to try to, I guess, get you engaged, okay? Mm-hmm. That spin is trying to get you either riled up, getting you on their side. The problem with spinning things like that is if you're just learning one side of it, you're not getting that other side of the coin.
Right, you're not getting the full story.
It generally is the case.
I mean, it kind of comes back to that old game of telephone.
Yeah.
You start off with one person, and by the time it gets 10 people in, it's a totally different story.
Yeah. So when you read these headlines side by side, you're like, you could easily tell who's on what side.
Mm-hmm.
There's no, I could see that. I guess I'm stuck in the middle because I think I'm getting to the point where both sides could go jump off a cliff for all I care.
Right.
I'm about tired of both sides. I just listen, mom and dad are always constantly in a divorce in this country.
Yeah.
And I just want to play with my friends.
Yeah. I know this sounds like naive, but I just don't understand why we can't all get along. Like,
why can't we be?
You know, like, why? I mean, if you have an opinion on something, you know, just because I have a different opinion, does that make us not friends anymore? Or
in the world we live in, yes.
It
unfortunately, people don't. I think here's the problem. I think,
and some people do agree to disagree.
That's actually a bad argument nowadays.
Yeah.
Now, if you agree to disagree, you're actually opposing, and I don't want anything. So right now,
well, I mean, you can agree to disagree and still be friends.
A lot of people can't now.
Well, yeah. Some people can.
Here's the problem. Yes, you're being naive because you think, oh, I could have an opinion with this. She might not like my opinion, but we're still friends. While that other person's that bitch, I ain't gonna talk to her anymore. That's the problem that's happening.
And I see, and even not even just different opinions, I see how crazy some people can be about their opinions, and I'm like, whoa, I had no idea you were that like crazy. Right. And it's not just for their opinions; it's how they manifest those opinions. Or
we have platforms now that people could say whatever they want. Mm-hmm. There's really no consequences for that. Or there's really bad consequences for that, one or the other.
And I still believe in free speech, but, I mean, just...
I believe in free speech, but I think some people need to sit down and shut up.
Or at least slow the crazy train down a little bit. That's all I'm saying. Just slow it down a little bit. Slow down the crazy.
There are people out there that if you don't, they have their side. If you don't see, if you're on the other side and you don't see that, and I hate to say it, it's this whole, it keeps getting ramped up to me.
Yeah.
It seems like it keeps ramping up. We keep double downing on this, and eventually we're going to lose our chips.
Right.
Eventually that's going to happen, but right now it's this illegal. You know, well, you should, you have a side that's saying illegals should go. Mm-hmm. You have a side that says illegals should stay here. This is stolen land. Whatever argument they want. Okay. Mm-hmm. At this point, I give me my fries.
Yeah.
I mean, thank you.
Yeah.
But the problem with that is now you have one side going over. Now the problem is you have taunting on both sides.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have one side that says we're going to kick all these illegals out, and then they do it in a kind of an aggressive way.
Right.
And then you have these other people that say, if you don't care or you don't have a problem, then I don't want to talk to you anyway either, because if you're not standing with me, you have to be standing against me. And you can't just say, I tap out. I don't want to be in this fight.
Yeah.
I don't want to argue. I don't want to be in this fight. But now, even being not in that fight, they drag you in that fight.
Right.
And both sides do.
Mm-hmm.
And they both want to coach you over to their side.
Yeah.
So don't coach us. We don't want to be on your side. We're stuck in the middle. And the crazy trains run way over here and way over here. We like Main Street.
Yeah. I guess one of the biggest things too, and we kind of saw this a lot in the last couple of years, is like a riot versus a protest.
Oh yeah. Do you know what the difference is?
Yeah.
What is it?
So a protest is where you're speaking peacefully about something.
Not necessarily speaking.
Or
it's your First Amendment right to protest.
Right.
Okay. So a protest is generally done peaceably. Mm-hmm. By you're standing your ground for what you believe in.
Right.
Whether you talk about it, you're using signs, you're just there. Mm-hmm. Okay. A riot
is where you're getting a big screen TV because you're being stupid.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. That you're right. But
Or you're breaking the law to get that big screen TV. Everybody thinks it's okay.
It's violence. The difference between it is violent and non-violent. Yeah. Now, a protest can turn to a riot.
Right.
And there could be people that are trapped in that riot that were there just for the protest.
Right.
So that's where, again, bad apples. Bad apples do that.
There's that one or two bad apples that just spoils it for everybody. So yeah.
Now, there is a lot of stuff that we go through. So discussions on politics always go bad.
Oh yeah.
I haven't yet seen that go good.
No.
And we have people that we've had to say no politics.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. And then we have people that are on this side and people on this side, and we have to I hate telling people referee. You got to behave and you got to behave. Yeah. You're an adult. You should be able to behave.
Right.
I think we lost the being civil, and we're so filled with hate and so stuck in the rut on our opinions that now it's that our opinions have now turned to hate.
Yeah. And I think, and this is a lot, like what you see from people from on TV.
Yeah.
And that's what kind of annoys me. It's like, okay, Yeah.
Everybody has their their spin on it.
Yeah.
So if you ever watch, like us, we're here because we want views and we want our opinion out, and we're here to have fun. So our motivation is to have fun, teach Mikey how to use a lot of this stuff. We have motivation to do this.
Right.
Ours isn't motivated by left, right, politics, or it's not motivated by any of that.
Yep.
We do things like a lot of social media that has to be done that I really don't like to do. That's part of this.
Yeah.
that's kind of it can get overwhelming sometimes, but understand that when you're watching those news sources, when you're listening to those stories, it's coming from somebody.
Yeah.
When you have two kids.
And it's mostly whoever has them more, whoever offers you more money.
Yeah. I was actually going to say, two kids, something happened. They like to blame each other.
Oh, okay.
So you can't. If you have two kids, and every parent could do it. If you have two kids and something goes wrong, you can't just go to one kid.
Right.
You have to go. If you want the true story, you have to find out from both.
Yeah.
This is exactly why police officers don't go to the first person and say, "Oh, they did that. Okay, I got the side of the story. You're under arrest." That's not what happened, and I got video evidence for that.
Yeah.
No. I heard the story. I'm not gonna. Yep. That's what I'm saying is, don't be that person. Yeah. You should have an inquisitive mind. You should, if anybody gives you information, you should investigate it.
Right. And do your research.
Do your research. But I also got to say, if you do trust somebody, and that's a friend, and it's more of a factual kind of thing, don't just fact check them just to piss them off. Because that's what will happen. I see that too.
Okay.
I just want to throw that in there.
Yeah.
It's just, there's a lot of stuff. Now, there's also, and this is one of my biggest things too, heroes and villains.
Oh yeah, that's a good one too.
Yeah. So
mom versus dad.
Mom versus dad is another one. Yeah. But no, I mean, like the whole, are you team Stark or you Iron Man or team Captain America, right?
Iron Man all the way, baby.
You see, that's where I'm saying I am team Iron Man. So I do pick sides, don't get me wrong. But you also have to look at it from the other side too. Captain America was friends with Bucky a lot longer he was with Stark. Mm-hmm. And he also had a lot of distrust for people like that. So I could kind of see it from Captain America's side too, but I am still Team Iron Man. So ultimately, I'm just saying,
the fun gadgets, right?
Yeah. What I'm saying is, whether you're right or left, still like that button. Okay, like, subscribe, follow. We're independent.
Yes, we're Switzerland.
Right, we're Switzerland. You can come vacation here. You're fine.
We'll make fun of both of you. How about that?
Yeah. We'll tease you like a kid, or like an old friend. I mean, we do that. But we'll do that on Facebook. We'll do that on Instagram, TikTok, and X.
Yep. And then, of course, watch us on YouTube, Rumble, and Spotify now.
Yep.
So, yeah.
And then all podcast players. So we're on all those. It's just, you could listen to both sides of the story. Go in it with an open mind to listen to both sides of the story. And then pick your pony. And then, and here's the other thing. Once you pick your pony, that's your pony.
Yeah.
If you want to change, you can. But stop trying to force other people to pick your pony. Let them pick their own pony.
Good point.
And if they pick the same type of pony you have, by all means. If they don't, you can still ride together. Mm-hmm. I've seen a Harley rider ride next to a sports bike and a Yamaha. Yeah. So all things could happen, you know. Mm-hmm. It's a magical world out there where we could all get along and fart rainbows.
Well, on that note, bye everybody.